Hi everyone, Emily here from Emily's Excellent Epics. And today I have for you a pretty large book haul. I did some damage. I did spend too much money since the last time I did a haul. I confess it. So August I tend to go a little crazy, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm like, one, I have time. Like, I'm not working. It's the summer, and so I end up shopping because I'm not at work. And it's also the month before my birthday. So my birthday is September 5th. So I typically buy stuff leading up to my birthday, not after my birthday. So I have quite a bit actually from Barnes and Noble. And book of the month. And I have 5 books still coming in from Pango. Like, I had some really good sales. It was a good sales month for me in Pango. So like, I have 3 books that I'm going to show you, and then one actually earned me a credit because of condition, and I only spent like $1.50 on 8 books. So that's amazing. So I have that. My brother sent me my birthday gift, so I'm going to show you that. And then I participated in the BookTube Besties Reading Retreat, and that was hosted by Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand, Krista over at Books and Jams, Lindsay over at Lindsay's Little Library, Jen. I don't know Jen's channel name, so if you know her channel name, please let me know in the comments below. And then Amanda over on the middle shelf. She was originally part of the Bookish Retreat. She was with us in spirit. She created the graphics for it and helped put together the packet. So, but I want a giveaway, so I'm going to show you what's in that giveaway. So without further ado, let's get started. So first, I'm going to show you my Pango orders. So first, I got Windhaven by George R.R. Martin and Lisa Tuttle. This is an older book about a water world, Windhaven, and single-winged flyers. That's really all I know about this book. I heard about this book when Bookborn and Leanna's Library, they do like a book exchange. Like, they each pick out like 4 books that the other person has to read, and this is a book that Bookborn picked for Leanna to read, and they both loved it. And they were like, it's like George R.R. Martin wrote a Robin Hobb book. And I was like, sold. You said Robin Hobb? I am sold. So I picked this up. And then, excuse me. I also should add, we finally have nice weather here in Central Illinois. So I do have the window open. You might hear cicadas. You might hear kids running around screaming and playing because they're out and about. So just a little FYI. Then I decided I was thinking about this book. I read this years and years ago, and I've read it quite a few times. And that is The Last Silk Dress. I was kind of thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I would just like to read it again now that I'm older. And this is about the early days of the Civil War. And we follow Susan Chilmark, and she actually is a Southerner. And her brother has kind of been disowned by the family, and she's 14 years old, so she doesn't know why her older brother has been disowned, and she kind of learns why. And she also meets a Yankee Northerner journalist, and she kind of comes to grips with like the realities and how horrible slavery is. But before that, she's Southern, so it's a coming of age, and she has to grow. So I remember reading this back when I first read it. I just wanted to see, like, will this hold up now that it's, 20 years later. Then I got How to Solve Your Own Murder, and you can see the pages were yellow. This was listed in new condition. So I don't know what would cause them to be yellow other than like tobacco smoke, but it doesn't smell like smoke. So I don't know. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this book. I do want to read it at some point in time, but like the yellow pages like really make me mad because like I said, this was listed as like new, or this was listed as a new condition, but I didn't see the sides. But this book is set in 1965, and Francis Adams is sent to go to an English country fair. And then a fortune teller makes a prediction that one day Francis is going to be murdered. So my guess is they're trying to figure out who killed them before the crime actually happens. What I'm going to do with this book, I don't know. It might go into a free little library. And then during Amazon Prime days, I did get the box set of, you know what, I'm going to move my camera. Hold on. Sorry about that. I just wanted to move a little closer because I want to sit back. I did get the box set of, this is the Immortal series, so by Tamora Pierce. So this is Wild Mage, Wolf Speaker, Emperor Mage, and The Realms of the Gods, by Tamora Pierce. So this series takes place right after her Song of the Lioness quartet. But it has different characters, and I have read this series numerous times. I've only owned the first book that I found at a used book sale. And Dia over at Novel Idea, and Victoria over at Musical Bookworm, and Christy over at Christy Lewis, Dostoevsky in Space. They are doing the Tortall, that's Tamora Pierce's realm. They're doing like a read along. So they've been reading through the Song of the Lioness quartet, which are the last book, the Lioness Rampant. That discussion will be on September 6th. Then they're going to pick up these books, and then they're going to read through First Test, Squire, Page, Lady Knight series. So I was like, you know what? I've been wanting this for so long. I said it's time. So it's worth the investment. Then book of the month, I kind of went a little crazy in August. I did. Not gonna lie. So I got Immortal Consequences. It does have pretty sprayed edges, but I'm not going to lie, like I would have picked it up even without the sprayed edges. This is by I.V. Marie, and it says, welcome to Blackwood Academy, the legendary school located on the fringes of the afterlife. Once a pupil enters the academy's arched gates, there's no way out, except for the Decanel, a once-in-a-decade celebration in which a single worthy student is tested and given a choice. Graduate and join Blackwood's magical elite, or cross over to the mysterious other side. This time, though, the rules have changed. This Decanal isn't a celebration, it's a competition. And there can only be one victor. Sounds intriguing. I also picked up Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher. There's the motorcycle going by. You might have heard it. I think this cover is absolutely beautiful. This book is a Snow White modern retelling, or not modern retelling, just Snow White retelling, I beg your pardon. And Anya is a healer who regularly drinks poison to seek cures for everyone. So the cover looks absolutely stunning. And then this book I wasn't sure on, but I was like, I'm intrigued, and I put it in my box. Like I said, August was a little crazy, and I bought The Book of Lost Hours by Haley Gelfuso, and the tagline is, "Who would you write history for?" So enter the time space, a soaring library filled with books containing the memories of those who have passed and accessed only by specially made watches, once handed down from father to son, but now mostly in government hands. Interesting. So I don't know, the premise seemed really intriguing. So that's why I picked it up. And then I also did get from Aardvark, it's in my stack of my books for my reading wrap up. So I didn't want to pull it out, but I did get Well Actually, and I will talk about that more in my August reading wrap up, because it's already going to be really long. Then new/used books that I purchased. I decided I was going to break down and get A Thief Among the Trees, which is an Ember and the Ashes graphic novel, and A Spark Within the Forge, another Ember and the Ashes graphic novel. These are prequels, so one follows Elias and one follows Leia and her family. These are graphic novels that are prequels to the Ember and the Ashes series, which I absolutely love. So I figured I want to add this to my Ember and the Ashes collection. And then at Barnes & Noble, I bought quite a few books. This one, I bought this brand new, and the cover is like floppy, and I think I know why. So I'm going to have to put some heavy books on it to weigh it down. But I got Zom Rom-Com by Olivia Dade. This cover is like super cool, 80s vibes. But this is the zombie apocalypse, and you team up with your neighbor. So it's about Edie Brandstrup, and she tries to save her next door neighbor during like a zombie attack. And she discovers he's got this like whole hidden bunker in his home, because the zombie apocalypse have been going on for a while. He's got this whole hidden bunker in his home, and he also apparently is a vampire. So, and it's a romance. Like, I just, and Bethany over at Beautifully Bookish Bethany, she read this and really enjoyed it. So I needed to pick it up. And I thought I might switch out World War Z for this book on Herkhead, the spooky creatures, because for sure it would fit zombies. I already have a book that I'm reading for vampires, so. And then I also picked up Accomplice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Maher. Have I read Apprentice to the Villain? No. Do I need to read it? Yes. But did I break down and buy this too? Yes. Because I wanted it to match my sprayed edge editions. So I'm not going to read the back because of that. It would be spoilery for events that happened in book 2. And then I picked up some books at Barnes & Noble that will work for Herkhead. So I picked up The Five, The Untold Lives of the Women Killed by Jack the Ripper by Haley Rubenhold. So this is about the 5 women that obviously, like, it is what it says it is on the cover. It's about the story of the 5 women that were killed by Jack the Ripper. I plan on reading this for the nonfiction prompt, either like true crime or history or women's fiction. One of women's issues, one of those subgenres. So I've heard actually mixed things about that. I also picked up the Millhouse Murders by Yukito Ayatsuji. This is a Lofty mystery. This is by the same author who wrote the Decagon Murders, and I really liked the Decagon Murders. His third book actually intrigued me a little bit more than this, but I do want to read his books. I was like, no, I'm going to read his books in order. So this would work for translated works, because I think I have 2 works written in French, so I need to switch something out. But this is about Fujinuma Kichi. He has been in a horrific car accident, and ever since then, he's lived a reclusive existence in the remote mill house, his scarred face hidden forever behind like a rubber mask. And then his retreat is shattered by a gruesome murder, and then things start disappearing, like the painting disappears. So I decided to pick that up. And then I also picked up What Moves the Dead by Ting Kingfisher. So now I've got 4 books by Tegan Kingfisher that I've yet to read one. So I do plan on reading this in October. This is a retelling of Edgar Allan Poe's Fall of House of Usher, which I absolutely loved in school. I love Edgar Allan Poe. So this I picked up. I mean, this would work for all the adaptations, so like a retelling of a classic, but I already have a book for that prompt. This also works for the queer alphabet prompt for Herked. I just can't remember what representation is in here. I apologize. I don't have the spreadsheet in front of me. Holy cow. It's been a long week, and so my brain is fried. I'm filming this Friday afternoon, so I apologize. But I'm filming this Friday afternoon because I want to use the weekend to kind of like clean up, put out my fall decorations. It's Labor Day weekend, so that's why I want to film this so I could put the books away. So I apologize. All right. And then this was the big spending. I ordered Isles of the Ember Dark by Brandon Sanderson. It's so pretty. I did not back the Kickstarter. I just pre-ordered it. So I don't know if the Kickstarter backing had anything extra, but it has these end pages that are beautiful. Here's what's interesting. So it has prints, like normally, and then it turns to this. So I just want to warn you that halfway through the book, it turns to that. If that is an issue for you for reading, it does start off where it's like white pages and black print, traditionally how books are published. And then halfway through the book, it turns to black pages with white print. So just be warned of that. Okay. So those are all the books that I procured for myself. Now we're going to go with birthday presents and the giveaway. So first up, my birthday presents from my brother. So one that's not a birthday present. This is interesting. So he once texted me like, have you read Jane Eyre? What do you think of it? And I'm like, I love Jane Eyre. I have a really nice edition that Mom gave me. Well, then he bought me this, or he found this. I like a used book sale, I'm assuming. This is a hefty book. But this is the New Millennium Library edition. So I think the pages are super thick. The binding is really good. So yeah, it's got like the gold edges. So that's really nice. And then let's see what he got me. Ooh, Murder Past Due, A Cat in the Stacks Mystery by Miranda James. That's exciting. And this is a famous author of gory bestsellers and a former classmate of Charlie's, Godfrey Priest, maybe the pride of Athena, but Charlie remembers him as an arrogant, manipulative jerk, and he's not the only one. Godfrey's homecoming as a distinguished alumnus couldn't possibly go worse. By lunch, he's put a man in the hospital, and by dinner, Godfrey's dead. So, of course, he needs to solve the murder. Super exciting. I've heard good things about this. So, then I've got another one. Oh, there's the pig! I got Lethal Licorice by Amanda Flower. So this is book 2 in the Amish Candy Shop series. So I read book 1 for Amish in April. And this follows Bailey King. I couldn't remember her name. So Bailey King is a chocolatier, and she was like up for this big promotion at the chocolate shop that she works at in New York, when she gets word that her grandfather, who is Amish in Ohio, he suffered a heart attack. And so she travels back home because she was raised by her grandparents. She travels back home. Either she was raised or she was really close to them. I don't remember now. Either way, she travels back home to Harvest, Ohio, a small town, and to help run the candy shop. So I'm looking forward to continuing on in this series. There's one more thing. I don't know what this is. I don't know what any of these are. Oh, I know what this is now. Because I had to open it. Oh, this is so exciting. I love these pens. I love these pens for my planner. So that's so exciting. They're so pretty colors. And I have some of these, like I bought some of these when Joann's went out, but I wanted the complete set because they're just so pretty. Actually, I might take these to work. I don't know, but they're pretty. All right, next up is my, oh, I need to move some things. Hold on. Go, do that. So I will confess this. I'm moving some things off from the sofa. Okay. So I did already open the box. So I know what's in the box, but I don't know exactly how everything looks. And the reason why I opened up the box is, so I won a giveaway at the BookTube Besties virtual reading retreat. So I won a giveaway, and it was a bookish box that any of the hosts of this retreat would put together. And I said Sarah, because Sarah reads more fantasy. Krista, I love you too, but I love all of the gals who put on the retreat. But I was like, Sarah reads more fantasy and can lean into that more for me, because I too love fantasy. So she put together this little box, and it had quite the little journey, because I was watching it tracking, because it was tracked to be delivered on Tuesday. And it actually said it was out for delivery. And then it went to a town 20 minutes away from me. And then it went back up to Chicago 2 hours away from me. And then it went back down here. It's like, what is going on? So it went on a little journey, and the box was a little, like, the side had like a hole in it. So I was like, I need to open this before I go on camera, just to see if everything's okay. So I don't know how everything out totally looks, but it doesn't look like anything is damaged. So here we go. So first off, I have this. I don't know what this is. It's something bookish. Ooh, I think it's a bag, which you can never have too many bags, especially if you're a teacher. Born to Read. Oh, you can't see it. It says Born to Read, Forced to Work. Yes. True story. 2 pages over paychecks. You know what? But here's the thing. I need the paycheck so I can buy the pages, right? So this is so fun. I love it. Love it, love it. And then I'm gonna show the books last, I think. Then I got a Shakespeare Insults mug. So exciting. I keep eyeing these, and I'm like, ooh, I kind of want, and then I just don't get it. But so I'm excited, because again, you also can never have too many mugs. So it's got roast meat for worms, roast meat for worms, infinite and endless liar, an hourly promise breaker, lump of foul deformity. Oh, I like that one. Lump of foul deformity. All eyes, no sight. Excuse me. Yikes. I love it. Never can have too many mugs. So I will for sure be using that. Then I got a candle. Let's see. A lavender scented. This can be, smells, yes! Slay! Smells like ignoring responsibilities and reading all day. Yes. And actually, that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. It's lavender. That would actually be good to burn in the evening to help fall asleep, rather than reading personally. Because lavender, I struggle with falling asleep now. Yay, menopause. I just blame everything on menopause now. Put that there. And then I got this wood puzzle. It's got a dragon reading. That's cool. How many pieces? Oh, 100 pieces. Perfect. I need small pieces. Yeah, I like that. I might like do that and then like put puzzle glue over it and frame it and put it by my library or bring it to my classroom, that's super cool. Sorry, I didn't realize it was shining. And then here's where I feel like she went above and beyond. So I knew there was going to be a book. Like this book box really went above and beyond. So thank you so much to the women who put on the retreat and all the sponsors who did the giveaway. It just was so generous. So first I got the Raven Scholar. Like, how beautiful is that cover? Purple's my favorite color, so that's awesome. By Antonia Hodgson. She's a chunky beast. So pretty. This is... Okay, so we're going to be in the Empire of Oren, where after 24 years of peace, the reign of Bershon the Brusque has come to the end. In the dizzying heat of midsummer, 7 exceptional warriors, thinkers, and strategists compete to replace him. When one of them is murdered, oh yes, it falls to Nima Kra, the Emperor's brilliant, idiosyncratic high scholar, to find the killer and fight for the throne. Yes. I love this. I am loving like fantasy with murder mystery now. That's awesome. So excited to read that. And it's the first of a trilogy. Good to know. And then this was when I was like, what? They Know Me Well. Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb. The illustrated edition. So this will now be my excuse to buy Royal Assassin. So I do have Assassin's Apprentice in this edition. And now I have Assassin's Quest. So Assassin's Apprentice is book 1 in the Farseer trilogy. Assassin's Quest is book 3. I do not have Royal Assassin book 2. So now I'm going to have to buy it. Right? But these are so affordable. Like, first of all, take a look at this map. How beautiful is that? If you aren't aware, the map of the 6 duchies, it's Alaska upside down. Because Robin Hobb is from Alaska. So the illustrations are just beautiful. So there's one of the pages. Oh, so pretty. Let me see if I can find an illustration so you can see. It's going to be spoilery. Oh, look at that. Look. So pretty. Or, ooh, I wonder if they have an illustration of a key event at the end of the book. Ooh, let me see. Oh, yes. Nice. It's so cool. I don't want to show it because it's so spoilery. But it's so pretty. Paper quality is so nice. It's just so pretty. And I can't wait to read. I need to reread my beloved Robin Hobb. So thank you so much. This was so generous. Like, I was not expecting to receive not 1, but 2 books. And one of them being Robin Hobb. I just love her. She's just so beautiful. Like, her writing is just so beautiful, and how she writes characters and social issues is just beautiful. Like, the relationship that Fitz has with the Fool, it rivals, it supersedes Anne Shirley and Diana Barry in Anne of Green Gables. Like, it's, I think, maybe, I don't know. I go back and forth on that. Like, and I've never had a relationship come close to that relationship. And I've been reading it. I've known Anne of Green Gables since the 2nd grade. I've known Anne of Green Gables for 41 years. And I've never had a relationship, a friendship, come close to that friendship until I read Robin Hobb. So if you have not read Robin Hobb and you are a fantasy lover, you need to start reading her. If you love good character development, you need to read her. Be advised, Robin Hobb is slow on plot development. It is more on developing themes, social commentary, and character arcs and relationships. So please keep that in mind. If you're wanting someone like, I want all the action, Robin Hobb will not be for you. So thank you so much to everyone who gave me things. Thank you for those of you, if you've purchased off of my Pango store. Appreciate that because it helped me purchase some of these books. Thank you for, if you're watching this, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below, have you read any of these books? What do you think I should prioritize? What is a book that has brought you joy recently? And if you're not sure what to comment, leave a stack of books in the comments below. Please know, when you comment, that does help channels grow and the logarithm. And so as always, comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification button. It all helps tremendously and is so greatly appreciated. Have a wonderful, blessed Labor Day weekend. Bye.